And welcome back to our final broadcast. Welcome back to our final broadcast. This is the Scottish singles qualifying final match, and it's between Dean McWhinney of Beenleigh and Alex Elwell of Ferny Grove. Alex, a former Tassie boy, has made his home in the north side of Brisbane at Upper Kedron, and Dean McWhinney playing out of Beenleigh. You've seen a lot of Dean this afternoon. The marker is Alan Newman. Right. Now, as we mentioned before, Alex was able to have a two-end roll-up because he hasn't played much this afternoon. Well, not for a little while anyway, so he's put a fairly handy first bowl, and with his second bowl has pushed it even closer. Dean elects to play backhand with his second, looking to slip underneath his short bowl. This is a shortish end, by the way, quite a short end. And he does slip under. In fact, gets a little rub off Alex's inside edge and pushes the jack away from Alex's bowl. Alex is quickly on the mat, settles himself down, plays another forehand. Not badly lined. Not badly at all. Just pulls up a fraction short, so Dean will probably play his backhand again. Oh, no, he's not. Playing a forehand. Interesting. Okay. Interesting choice. Coming in nicely through the gap. Hello. Go away. Swaps his hand, plays a perfectly weighted bowl, picks up the jack and sits for two. That'll do, he said. Not to be outdone, Alex is going to play something similar, I would think. He's looking for the same gap, or if he's even got a chance to promote his own bowl. Back in the chair, Dale McWhinney. Dale,
Hey,
what do you think of Bro's chances here, mate?
Oh, yeah, the way he's been playing, I'm sure he'll give it a good old crack. He's made everything else so far. And
well, he's just played an amazing third bowl, as you probably said. Did you see it? Oh,
No,
mate. Well, he was down one. He saw a gap between Alex's two bowls, so he played a forehand bowl, got that gap beautifully, trailed the jack for two to his back bowl. Now he's playing his backhand.
Not a bad way to start a final here. Probably collecting a three.
Yeah, you're not wrong with that one, mate. It is three. What a great start.
I suppose, and a big advantage just coming off this rank too for Dean.
Well, yeah, true. He's just played the pairs match on this. Well, you both have, as a matter of fact, obviously.
Yep.
And that match, by the way, is available for review on Facebook.
I think this
straight
is
away. So after
15 or 16 straight for Dino now.
he'll be getting used to it.
It's getting ridiculous, actually.
Yeah. Mum wants to go home. She said to me, hopefully, as I walked towards the water fountain, she said, "You going home?" I said, "No, mate, I've got to stay for another match." She said, "Oh, gosh, I was going to get left home with you." She's had enough. Oh, what a great opening bowl. What a good opening bowl from Dean.
Great shot, Dino.
So,
Brandon Hill still
3 to Dean
around.
to start.
It's getting late, mate.
Good win last game, Dale. Good on you, mate.
Thanks, buddy. Cheers. Can't
Alex.
say that I'm not getting tired. And you've been talking on these mics all day, surely.
Well, yeah, a certain amount of nervous energy, mate, but I haven't expended a lot of physical energy.
No.
I've got to save something for pack-up at the end of the night. Oh, that's not a bad reply from Alex. Just slips behind Dean's first bowl. So I guess Dean's pretty comfortable on this rink, having played a few games on it today.
Yes, a lot of games on this rink too.
It's just the fall of the cards.
He was saying when we were out there that this forehand coming back towards the club is turning a lot more than it has been throughout the day. Like, I've played a few games on this rink as well, don't get me wrong, but yeah, he was saying that this tight hand. It's been tight all day until now, so that seems to be what he's sticking to.
Okay.
Sticking to the wide side, although he's been sticking to the other side all day.
Good bowl from Alex here.
Good reply there.
Very good bowl. It looks maybe not quite good enough a shot. And marker is Alan Newman, who has had a couple of games this afternoon, not particularly successfully, but he certainly made it to the sharp end of the tournament.
Yep.
And Dale has just put a little touch on this one, drags it back to his own bowl, says that'll do for two.
I played Alex earlier today.
I think Alex is going to line up and let rip here, mate. Yep.
He's running on the forehand.
Yeah, controlled weight, and he plays these so well.
1 and through?
Yeah, 1 out of 2. So what's he left? One shot.
Dean's got 1.
Dean.
Dare say be still on the backhand, just try and touch.
Yep.
Touch Jack.
Pretty much the way he played his.
He's got a touch on the
bowl.
ditch, so. Yeah, as I was about to say, Alex, I played him earlier, and he was absolutely sensational, so I dare say this will be a good match.
And being a final, it's a 9-end
9-end sets.
Set. We just might remind Alex of the camera behind him as he covers our view there briefly. Yeah, right. Okay. Fortunately, we can see it from our position. We can actually see the head, so looking straight onto the rink.
Good to see Luke Day has just joined us. Currently sitting 2 seats away, but yeah.
Luke's in our technical director's chair, getting a little experience there.
Run it again. He potentially get both.
Too. He's got the edge of that.
He's been unlucky.
Unlucky.
That's extremely unlucky. Now he's 3 down. Wow. That's really, really stiff.
He'll wait till Alex comes down before he moves everything or anything.
2. Still 2. So no change, but still very stiff.
2 it is. Okay.
Now that I think about it, Dean still had that spot out there, so it was only really 1 worse, but yeah.
After 2 ends, Dean is 5-0. I just spoke to Alex briefly before the match started. Alex is playing for Ferny Grove, lives in Upper Kedron, and I said, "How have you been playing this season?" He said, "I didn't actually get to play much because I was
deployed in Afghanistan.
Deployed for 7 months." He didn't actually say where. He just said he was deployed for 7 months. So I didn't want to pursue that.
Yeah.
Good bowl. Very good opening bowl from Dean.
Can we get a screen change, please, Lukey? Tech director.
Here we go.
Yep, that's it.
He's onto it, mate. Here we go.
Perfect.
Awesome, mate.
Done well.
You use that mouse very well.
You're a hands-on sort of dude. You're a very hands-on sort of dude.
Yeah.
Right,
apparently.
Back to the boss.
Right.
Alex.
Dean will play backhand here, having played a cracker forehand. So that'll actually probably just slip behind Jack High. He's a little wide on that. Expecting him to turn a bit more probably, but not yet. Not bad when he changed hand.
Alex was short with that first, but fair distance.
Alex will be looking for at least a metre improvement, maybe a metre and a half. Yep, and he's done it pretty well. He's just going to pull up short.
There's that
side hand. That was a good correction, though.
Still 1 to Dino.
Dean will play backhand again, looking just to tuck that jack behind there out of sight.
Alright, and this will do me for the night. Lukey is taking my spot, and I'm going to go sit down.
He said wrapping his hand round a cold beer.
That is exactly.
Half your luck. Thanks, Dale.
I said I could be your drink runner.
Okay. Alex playing backhand. He has a couple of choices here to arrive with a foot or so of weight onto his own bowl, or just get around it for the jack. He's got around it and missed everything, so but the weight was excellent. Welcome into the chair, Luke.
Thank you, Phil.
Luke Day, tournament director and player in this tournament. How many events did you enter, mate? All of them?
Just all of them, mate, yeah.
Just all of them, yeah.
Thought I'd have a go at it.
Alex moves out of the way for us so we can actually see the shot. Dean playing backhand again, playing a similar sort of bowl to what Alex wanted to play. And his weight is probably a little better, so he'll just arrive on that jack.
Down.
Yep. He's finished perfectly.
That's a great bowl there.
Finished perfectly, right behind the jack.
I feel that...
He's got to be pretty comfortable with that.
Don't think Alex is going to be short here.
Well, no, he does have the backest, but only one. And
it looks like his bowl's kind of locked in on Dean's front bowl there, so if he does decide to play with that weight, it should sort of lock him.
Okay, here we go. Backhand. Controlled weight. It's just a little over the draw.
Just needs to get it home.
Yeah, he's got it home
He's
all right. Now,
trying.
this is a great bowl.
Oh, this is...
Oh, he's just squeezed it the wrong way.
Oh,
Okay.
cruel game sometimes.
One. Alan's going to the board, flips another one over.
It is one.
6-0 after 3.
Well, this is a good way to start, I suppose, well, for Dean, a defence of his Scottish sport.
Last year's title.
Yeah, he won that last year, so...
He won this event last year.
Yeah,
and,
direct entry.
Went to the Scottish Open
Yeah.
with support from PBA.
So, all of our players that head over overseas, they get... we're going to try and make it 2,000 this year, with a bit of luck.
What a great bowl from Dean.
That's the way you
Cracker.
want to start and end. Hopefully Alex can kind of get going here very shortly. No doubt he's not going to lay down. He'll fight to the very end.
Hi to Cole Nayland, staying with us to the late hours. Brandon Hill, great, a good win last game. Here, Dale and Dean did win well, mate. You're quite right. Dean's going to negotiate that short one of Alex's. Comes around behind, maybe a metre through the head, a bit more. It's the first set we're watching, folks, in the final match to find out who plays in the Scottish Open. The winner of this match will...
Great ball there from Alex.
Oh, that's a good ball. Very good
Rates
ball.
the shot there, so...
Yep. Interesting. By that camera angle, you think Dean was holding shot, but looking straight at it, you can see Dean's bowl is actually about 8 to 9 inches short, and Alex is just one bowl past Jack high. There's a better angle. Thanks,
Suppose
Robbie.
He just needs to hold. Yeah.
Maybe just a little delicate on that.
Gives him some options, though, I guess. Chrissy Pav from Broadbeach.
Chrissy Pav has been watching all weekend with not much break.
Great lady of the game.
Just to do the necessaries, Chrissy.
Love to have you come and play this one year, Chrissy.
That's a good bowl.
Oh, that's two crackers.
It's a little a muted round of applause from Dean.
I think we'll see Dean through the head here on this one. There's a bit of room to draw a shot there, but I wouldn't be surprised. Well, I was wrong. It's all on pace here.
That's not bad weight. If he collects his own, he pushes... he really needed to get it full. Just slides by, and 2 to Alex with 1 to come.
If he had got just under there, I dare not say he probably would have got to the inside of Alex's bowls, but...
can hear a buzzing in your ears, folks, don't worry, it's not your ears. It's Robbie's fan going flat stick, trying to cool his laptop computer down that he's doing the vision switching with. It's been operating non-stop all day since about, 8 o'clock this morning, I guess. Maybe a little after 8.
Alex just needs to run here.
No. So, fairly happy with 2, I would imagine.
Well, it's on the board.
Yep.
No donut for the set, so
2 says the marker, Alan Newman.
you'd have to be fairly happy, Phil, that this is the last one for the night and weekend.
Weekend what? Oh, for the weekend.
Yes.
I beg your pardon. Yes, mate. It's been a it's been a long haul for both of us, for Robbie and I. Robbie's even put in more hours because he was down here Friday night, as you know, setting up most of the gear, make it easy for us Saturday morning.
Yes. A few of the PBA bowlers and myself, we gave him a hand to bring it all up and set it up.
Which Robbie much appreciated, I'm sure.
Bit of a looseish opener, I suppose, there from Alex. Yeah, with this
being also playing the forehand.
And the level of the bowlers, I suppose, in the final here, at any time, first bowl's always very key to getting on Jack, put that pressure on.
Good opener from Dean. So that'll give Alex something else to concentrate on. Just draw to that bowl, not a problem. And he's pointed it pretty well. How's his weight? Looks handy too. Gee, that's a good bowl. And he gets shot with that. Just past Jack high. Dean knows he can afford to play with conviction. That's a little wide, I think. It is swooping though. That hand is certainly turning now, mate.
There's a bit of turn out there, that's for sure.
Yeah.
There was a bit of turn earlier on, so it always kind of seemed like the wider you went, the more it seemed to turn, funnily enough.
Maybe he gets a ride in off a ridge.
Don't know, maybe.
Don't think so, mate. This screen is really in top condition. Okay, so Dean's bowl has just fallen over, so Alan's going to have a look. 1 down was the question, 1 down is the answer. Be nice to just tickle this Jack. He's got not a good
Just
line.
needs a bit more
Has
weight.
he got the legs?
Needs a bit more weight with that line.
So he'll remember that line and give it another, maybe a couple of feet of weight to get a very kind 2 result. At the moment, Alex is holding shot with that bowl on the left as we look at it on the screen. Nice delivery. He's got his whole body behind his delivery. Very compact setup.
Get home.
It'll go around the back and just makes a little connection with his own there. So he's got to settle for 1 shot at the moment, with Dean holding the second. And Dean has the last bowl. He stays with his forehand, do you think?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. A little bit of a bounce as he let that go. Not as smooth as former deliveries or previous deliveries, but
The line's out there. He just needs to dive right now.
no, it's just going to
Just only
just
a
behind
slight,
it.
slightly too heavy.
1 says Alex. Yeah, mate. 5 ends gone. 6-3. Dean has a slight upper hand, playing the 6th end of a 9-end set. Best of 2 sets. If they have 1 set each, we will go into a tie-break 3-ender, with points only scored for whether you win the end or not. Doesn't matter how many shots you get. It's just 1 point for winning the end in the tie-break. As we've been operating that principle all weekend. It'll be continued. The only change, of course, is the slightly longer sets.
Yes, Blake. It is 11 o'clock over here, mate. 11 p.m. So Blake's one of the WA PBA players.
Right.
If I recall correctly, I think he's even qualified before. I think it might have been for the international. I hope you can correct me or confirm that one there, Blake.
Good bowl.
Great reply there from Dean.
Dean beats the first one of Alex's. So Alex will look to take just a fraction of weight but keep his line. He slid through a couple of feet with his first one. Dean's a 1.5 foot through. And he's pulled up way short.
Yeah, he'd be disappointed with that.
Bit of an overcorrection from a player of his calibre. As you say, he'd be a little disappointed. Just forget that. He's got another couple to come. I just noticed he's stretching his back a bit there. Maybe he's starting to stiffen up. Even the young guys feel it after that many matches, I guess, mate. He too has had a reasonably busy afternoon and evening to get this far to qualify for the Scottish singles finals match. So the winner of this match will be offered a seat on a plane and an entry in the Scottish Open.
This is a great
That's
correction
a good
from
bowl.
Alex.
Yeah, that's
Top
more like
correction.
it. That's more like it.
Yeah. Not sure how that bowl ended up turning back against its bias there, but
falling away. Yeah. We've seen that happen a couple of times actually, and
it just
it's
sort
kind
of
of
seems
surprising, really.
I don't know if you can see the lines there. Like you got your white line, and then there's those markings just off to the
Ghost,
to the left of
like
it.
A bit of ghosting.
It's yeah. Apparently they tried to sponge out some old white lines, and that's all water markings.
Okay.
And it just sort of sometimes, at various parts of the day, seems to have some different effects on different rinks. So, are you going around again, Blake? Are you playing again this year, mate? Let us know. I think WA is doing their qualifying I know it's in July, I'm just not sure the specific dates.
Yeah, another good ball from Alex to make 2.
That's great balls.
Yeah, he didn't want to push it too far, so
still 2.
That's a very good first shot and a handy second. And with Dean just lurking there, Dean will probably play a similar sort of bowl to his first 3. He's having another look at it from up the other end. No, he's going to... Ooh, he still hasn't made up his mind. Yeah, backhand.
Wow.
Yeah, he's looking to roll that bowl over, playing with a bit of weight. He's played it miles too wide.
That sort of surprised me, that shot.
Yeah, I think it's a bad choice, actually.
I would have thought he might have just played it onto the jack-high bowl there. Gets the inside, he just lays over for shot. But we don't play the bowls when we're sitting here in the commentary chair.
Alex picks up 2 and goes to 5-6 after the 6th end of the first set.
Good work, Blake. All the best, mate.
Alan Newman just making the notification on his scorecard there before he sets the jack for the boys and changes the scoreboard at the other end. Shortish. No? Yeah. Actually, I think Alex, he seems to have played where possible. He's been setting short ends, so maybe that's his forte. Or maybe he's trying to upset Dean's rhythm.
Oh, possibly. I mean,
Dean has played a lot of 3/4 to longer ends this afternoon.
Yes. Yeah,
maybe he's been watching and decided to use this tactic just because he can.
Well, it's smart.
He's played it well.
It's a nice opener.
Yep.
I suppose if you've been sitting sort of on the sideline there and watching your opponent's bowling, you kind of get an idea of what their length
Their
is, that they're
strengths and
liking,
weaknesses, yeah.
and you try to take that into your game.
And what smart bowler wouldn't take note of that?
Yes.
So, Alex holding the upper hand just. The momentum has swung towards him the last couple of ends. He's finding nice line and length now, and he'll sneak around the back with that one and match Dean's bowl.
Handy bowl there.
Dean will stick with his forehand. Good line, this one. Very good line, this one. Has he got the legs?
He's going to be falling just a bit short here, I think.
Yeah, he's not bad, yeah. Just over a foot short, which is hard to tell from that camera angle, but we can looking at the side, it's probably maybe a foot and a half short. And that yellow bowl of Alex's is just past Jack high. Alex putting another slightly longer one in. But Dean's going to stick with his forehand with his third bowl. Let's go. Steers this one down. Have I made the correction, he asked himself. Looking pretty handy. All he has to do is get past his zone and sit. Ooh. Close. So, Alex knows he's holding shot. He would love to make two with this last bowl, knowing that Dean still has one up his sleeve. Yeah, takes a deep breath and releases it. Tries to get rid of some of that extra energy supplied by the adrenaline that sure is pumping through his system right now.
In some ways...
Play backhand, okay. Fair enough.
Actually, I thought originally this would be the hand he would play. I mean, if you finish a foot behind, it gives good coverage and goes close to counting.
Mm-hmm.
If you draw onto it, you go hiding it kind of thing.
So finished, as you suggested, a bit over a foot behind there on the line. Almost on the line, and Dean says, what do I do now?
Gives him a bit of protection.
Interesting. I wonder if he touched those bowls with his foot.
No. And even if he did, I'm sure Dean's an honest enough fellow that he would acknowledge and say that I did that. My bad. Let's restand him.
Okay. Characteristically hitches the shirt up, and he's looking to play an up shot, which he has, and misses. Once is Alex, yep, 6-all.
Going to the last end.
So the momentum has swung Alex's way in the last couple of ends. 7 ends down, 6-all, playing a 9-end set.
Oh, sorry, 2 ends to go. My apologies. Sort of a couple of uncharacteristic misses with the drives there from Dean. And
well, he hasn't had to play too many drives this afternoon, mate. He's relied a lot on just a weighted shot or a draw shot, and
you kind of put it down to, I suppose, it's understandable. I mean, it's been a long day, and he's played a lot more games than everybody else, obviously. So he's still got one more game to go.
And that won't be
just
tonight.
Not tonight.
just letting you know.
Opponent's gone home.
Yeah. With your blessing, of course.
Yes, they'll be playing it next Sunday, I do believe.
Okay. In this venue?
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Yes, you're right, Blake. Close game for the viewers.
Very good opening bowl. We know Blake's awake at least. Made the last 4 comments. If you want to know anything about the players you think we might be able to help you out with, folks, just put the question on the page there and in the comments, and we'll be able to see it as it comes up on our screen. So Dean's elected to play backhand, looking to go maybe just cover that side of the green, and he's got to reach past the jack though, and it's just not quite
Ball
jack
short.
high.
Great effort though.
Alex, full of concentration, gets down really low, sort of rises out of his crouch as he lets his bowl go. A little wide, but that's okay. He's come to a very good catching home there. Dean also playing backhand, looking for another roll of the bowl.
Like to
And
get down onto his own there.
He's matched Alex's
That's great home.
there.
Good balls.
Handy. So he's holding 2 at the moment in the head. Alex has a bowl to come. So does Dean. Can Alex make the change that he wants? He'll persist with his backhand here. He's played it slightly narrow with a little bit
He's
more.
got more weight.
Yeah, he has. He's looking to sit
He's
that on. His
close.
line is very good.
Just got to hold on here.
Oh, he nearly got both of them.
Wow.
He nearly got both of them.
It's a great effort.
And it was a toucher, so Alan marks it.
Starting to see some top quality balls here from the two of them back and forth. So the second set is... We're not finished with this set, obviously, but it's going to be a great last end, I think. And then an even better second set.
Dean, forehand. If he sits that back bowl of Alex's, he makes another one. Oh, baby.
Looking
Oh,
a little
baby.
tight.
Oh, baby. That's it.
And he makes
Very
it
nice.
too.
Very
That's
nice.
Great balls.
And a couple of hand claps from Alex. Well played.
Very handy to pick that up and go into the last end there with a 2-shotter lead. You kind of look at it in some ways as almost in some ways I suppose a 3-shot lead in a way, because I mean, I suppose you can
Because
drop
Alex has
2
to, Alex has to pick up 3 to win.
That's right. Yeah.
Whereas
so
2 will just give him a draw. Still, a draw is not a loss.
no.
Nor is it a win, of course, but it leaves the second set wide open.
Yeah, that's right. Gives opportunities. So good opener here. He just needs to probably run on a little bit more. Yeah, roughly a foot to 2 foot short there.
He has found his line pretty well this tournament. Mind you, he knows this rink by now, having played on it a few times today.
He was complaining. He's the poor bugger though. He's feeling it in the legs.
He is, mate.
He's
Playing his 16th game today.
okay, we've
Today
got
or for the weekend?
over the weekend
Yeah,
it would be.
16th game for the weekend. There's no way he'd play 16 in one day.
Feels like it though.
He thinks so. Okay, he's certainly matched that back bowl of
It's a
Alex.
great correction.
Very
yeah.
good bowl. Very good bowl.
It's a top correction.
Well played. Just
Robbie's
Dean's showing the form that has brought him this far.
Robbie's playing around with the cameras. He's popped in a
Little inset of the players as
The
they
song.
playing on the mat. Is there prize money, Luke, or does all the money pay the trips overseas? Question from Jane Bush.
Yeah, Jane, at the moment, no, there isn't any prize money. The money that we collect, we repay to our representatives, and also it does cover the flights and accommodation for the state qualifiers. So for us going over to WA, which at the moment is obviously Dale and Dean for the pairs, and Dean and myself for the international. And then there's either Dale, Dean, or Benny Walsh for the world singles. We head over to WA, and the flights and accommodation get covered there by the PBA, and and then our representatives, at a minimum, will get $1,500 to cover their flights and accommodation over there. So we hope to make it 2,000.
Alex has asked permission to go to the head to get a better idea of what sort of shot he has to play, and I think he probably only has one shot, mate, and that's don't leave anything behind. Play backhand. Try and... Oh, he looks like he's shaping up for forehand. It'll be weighted. Oh, he swung his... No, it is a backhand.
It is a backhand. It's a weird setup. Look. Oh.
Was indeed. Yeah, he swung his hand around his body to achieve that backhand shot. He set up with a forehand stance.
You need a replay of that one.
Yeah.
That tricked us all, Phil.
He set up with his feet pointing or his body pointing in a forehand stance, and then he sort of swung around his body and steered it in a backhand delivery.
So what do you do here if you're Dean?
Mate, I would just be playing forehand for that left-hand bowl. Or, if he thinks that Dean's going to have... He may have the thought in his mind that Alex is going to have another weighted shot. He'll play around the back.
Yeah, I think I don't think Alex is going to be short. There's no way he'll be short here. I think he'll probably be a bit more controlled though now with the way that head's set up.
So he's got the best back now.
But that's a good bowl.
Yep. So
Alex could probably still look for a couple of foot through here on the.
That's all he has to do, mate. Yeah.
Just try to get the jack, but he needs to get the jack almost side on kind of thing and. Yeah, come through with it to get the.
Oh, he'll have to follow it through. Or he could just sit Dean's bowl through a foot or so and sit for two, playing his backhand.
If he gets the bowl clean with not his bowl either, he gets 3. I would think by the looks of that.
Yeah, it depends on where Dean's bowl goes. He's got a sort of starting outside his body to play his backhand shot.
Line there.
I don't know whether he's picked his line particularly well, but he could get a rub off this and go,
well,
oh, hello.
Oh, no. Oh, bowler's funny.
There you go.
I reckon he's made 2. He's gone close to making 2 there. If Dean's bowl looks like he's trying to lay down. But
Dean pulls his measure out.
That bowl
takes the bowl out of the head, so whether he's just touched his own bowl and his bowl has fallen out of shot, so that is 2, I think, mate. And now he's going to measure it again while it's fallen over. It'll definitely make 2 to Alex, I think. Yeah, he's not impressed with that.
I think it's, I mean, it was sort of trying to... I kind of thought he would have maybe tried to get that chopped.
They've drawn the set. Oh dear. What an unfortunate way to draw the set. Goodness me.
So, we'll go at it. There'll be no tiebreaker. 9 ends, shootout to go to Scotland. Well, sorry, there could be a tiebreaker with sorry, you are right. Good pick-up, Dale.
What, with another tied end?
If we
tied
have
set?
Tied set.
Dale, don't even think about it.
This guy over here, eh? What was that? You want to come back to commentary? You want to come back to commentary?
Yes. Technically, he's right, of course. There could be a shootout if they had another drawn set.
Yeah, but let's not tell him that he's right, though.
He knows he's right, mate.
Yeah. Just have another drink.
Alex,
enjoy it.
Forehand. He wants to get one right on the jack and get in Dean's eye.
It's not far away.
Physically and psychologically.
Great opening bowl.
Yep. So Dean will play his forehand. He's played it well today. Not badly grasped. Comes down to his weight control now. And that's a cracker.
Looking handy.
It is a cracker.
That's a great reply.
Well done. First blood to Alex, second blood to Dean, third blood. I think that's going to roll on by a little wide. Yep.
For the time of for the night that it is, and for how long these players have been out playing, the level of bowls is still pretty impressive.
Very high, absolutely.
So I don't think if you've never played the PBA, it's hard to understand how hard it is, I guess, to play
brilliant
this.
bowl
What a
from
reply.
Dean. That is very good bowling. So Alex has got to disturb this. Yeah,
He's lining up.
the level of concentration, mate, you're quite right, is extremely high. They've got to
Very
maintain
close.
that for so long. Oh, he's got a bit of
Great
the
bowl.
jack too,
Got a good result.
and move the jack to his own bowl. Nice work, couldn't have asked for better. Dean will play backhand.
Yeah, I don't think he's... Yeah. Probably playing with a bit of weight, bit overweight here. Either cannon on, or if he gets under, which he's starting to turn now,
Not
he's got a
bad.
very close
Not
chance.
Oh. So that was his third bowl. Still has one to come, so he still can be effective in this end. And Alex wants to come and have a look at the head just to see what sort of shot he has to play. Position those bowls in his mind. He'll probably play backhand. Looking to sit Dean's second bowl out, but he doesn't want to really create a target.
Did it fall?
They didn't touch it? No.
He didn't touch
Okay,
it.
he doesn't think so, right? Now, Alex playing backhand, looking to sit inside those two bowls of Dean's on the run in there. He's steering it, shaking his head, going, yeah, nah.
Bit heavy.
Wouldn't have been too bad had he had a little
Yeah.
less grass. He could have possibly sat both those bowls
Yeah,
of
that's
Dean's.
right. Or if he got onto the jack, the inside jack,
Mm-hmm.
it could have made it a bit more better lie for him. Dean's got plenty to work with here.
He's not going to be short, I can tell you that.
Just got a hole.
He's outside,
He's
inside the line rather. Right, so another one to Alex. Opens his account for the second set with one shot.
Welcome, Sam Clough. How do we say
Clough.
the lot? It's Clough, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Sam, for getting it wrong. So second set, second end. Alex on the board first. So
Nice straight roll down the line.
much better start than the first set for him, where it took him a few ends to get on the board.
Mhm.
He did well to draw himself back into the game and ended up drawing that first set. So
Mike just keeps us up to date. Two ends. Oh. Say again.
so he's just sort of done that a little bit wrong. He
A
just
little bit ahead of time, I think, mate.
yeah,
They are playing the second end.
good opener.
Saving time for next. Okay, mate. Yes, yeah, thanks, Robbie.
On to
That's
it,
a
Robbie.
very good opening bowl.
That's why you're the technical advisor, mate.
Yep.
You switched onto it. So Dean just coming down here. Just needs to get going back. Good opener.
I think Alan doesn't realise that the number one is on the back of that tile. He's just taken off and exposed the number two accidentally. Instead of turning it over and putting it back on, he's just taken it off and put it on the ground. So I guess he'll realise eventually.
Yeah.
We know it's only one end, folks. You know it's only one end. No problem.
Players know.
So Dean is giving us every opportunity. Just glides on by again. But
Brand-
not bad at all.
I'm not sure, Brandon, whether or not Alex and Dean. I'm not sure. Maybe Dale might be able to give us some info on that one. Did has Dale Dean played Alex in any other game?
Okay, there's the answer. Thanks, Dale.
Thank you for that, Dale. So no, they haven't. So this is their first time.
Thanks for the question, Brandon. Alex playing backhand here. He doesn't want to touch that jack at all.
Oh.
I think he's going for a little bit of cover, be honest, with that sort of weight. And he has, yep. A deliberate bowl, so he's thinking if Dino plays forehand as he has been, he's going to stick with his backhand. But he's got the backest anyway. And we have known Dean to play a fairly decent sort of running shot. That's pretty ordinary.
Yeah.
From what we've come to expect from Dean.
Benny Walsh has joined us. He's obviously arrived home safely.
Good man.
Thank you, Benny, and the boys there from Red Hill for coming and having a go this year. Obviously, you're not done yet, Ben. You've still got your World Final to go against Dean, which they're going to play, as I said earlier on, next Sunday, if rink is available. So Alex's last bowl coming in here. Let's see what he can do.
Looks pretty handy. He doesn't
Great
want to move the
line.
jack. He
Wants
doesn't
to be
want to move
careful
the
here.
jack. He did, but he's set for shot. That's okay. He's actually brought the jack from the line, so I'm thinking a forehand shot from Dean under those short bowls. He'll probably have to put a little bit of weight to hold his line under those bowls.
I would say so.
Yeah. Playing with a bit of conviction.
He's close. Needs to hold.
He's not a mile
Needs to
away. He's
hold.
getting excited about this. Oh, gets a front
he's
bowl
good.
instead.
Oh,
And
I
he
tell
rolls
you,
the jack.
I reckon he's got the shot out of that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think he realises that yet.
No, leave the marker. No, Al.
Did I get that? You beauty. Bit of relief there. One each after... No.
It is only...
After
it's only
two
two
ends.
ends. But, yeah.
It's all right. We'll keep him on the straight and narrow.
You're going to need it. Because the marker... The boys need to kind of know as well. They're going to be thinking...
They know only 2 points ago. 2 ends.
Well, yeah, it's more the end. Great opener there from Dean.
Okay. Just get a little closer with the zoom lens here. Give you a slightly better look at it. Yep, don't worry. Dean's fixed it.
There we go. Good boy, Dino.
No need for you to get off your seat, Rob.
Yeah, you're
All
right.
under control, mate.
Good comment there, Brandon. First bowls have been crackers. Very important, of course. He just needs to hold here.
Oh, leave that bowl alone, he said. Always to that effect. Hold. He didn't want that bowl to turn when it did. But that's what bowls do, mate. They've got minds of their own.
Apparently it's part and parcel of it.
Careful, Robbie.
Robbie.
Careful, Robbie.
Oh.
We are not going to repeat that comment, mate. We have partners to go home to, and you do too, mate.
Good reply there from Alex. Yeah. Robbie's saying things when he doesn't have a microphone.
Yeah, brave as hell, isn't he?
Eh?
Oh, Dean
so-
gets the edge of the bowl and rolls it in closer. What was the question, Luke?
I think he's asked for second shot, if he's got second shot as well.
Oh, righto.
Yeah, so... I think. I'm not a fan of his line here for Alex.
He's going to get at the
With
inside.
his weight.
Oh no, just turned on him.
I was a bit concerned whether he had a bit
Okay.
with that line.
Well, it's pretty well protected all round now, that shot of his. There is a shot for Dean on the forehand. He can either promote his own, or if he's around that, he's got Alex's shot bowl. However, he's got to get it clean and sit.
Safety-wise, wide is better than tight here.
He's not bad.
And he's
down.
very close.
Oh, no, he's turning
yeah.
early now. As you said, wider is better than narrow, but as he get an inside
He's
off
going,
this...
is he? Oh.
takes...
Well, no, I still think it's going to be, I don't know. We obviously have the advantage and not have the TV sort of to look at as only. I reckon it's going to be close to 2.
What do you think, Alan? Has he got 1 or 2 here? Yes was the answer. I'm not quite sure what the question is. Have I still got second? Maybe. Okay. Boys are playing the third end, have scored one each for the first 2 ends, and have halved the first set.
Interesting.
So it's a very even game, this one.
And Alex has changed his hands here, which is
Mm-hmm.
a bit of a surprise. I guess he probably feels that... Yeah. Close. Oh, wow.
Gets behind the head.
So
1.
1. There'll be a measure for second here.
Take those 2 bowls out because they're not in the measure. Gives him room to put his foot down without disturbing any of the other bowls. Measures Alex's first. Swings it around to his own at the back there. And has a look at his front bowl. Okay. Remeasure that. Pay a little more attention to it. There is no umpire on duty at the moment, folks, so...
Yeah, there is.
You.
Our other tournament director, Trevor Broadbent.
Okay. I just noticed that your the guy in umpire dress has gone home, having been here all day. And I'm not quite sure whether they're going to ask for an umpire. Well, the umpire gear has been put away, has it?
I'm going to have to... I think if anybody's got cars parked underneath...
I have. We both have.
I'll find out.
One of the security guys has come up and asked Alex to shift his car. Can you believe that? That's insane. Now the tournament director Trevor's asking if anybody's driving a blue Mazda. Apparently it's about to be locked in. Oh, come on, you're kidding. Okay. Trevor's picked out a piece of equipment that he thinks will give him the answer to the question who has next shot. They've taken the shot out of the head. They're looking for second. Dean couldn't make a decision, having measured them both twice. So, is this the one that just swivels, mate? Put the measure in the centre of the jack and then swivel it to the left, or does he reposition that
No,
measure?
he's got to reposition.
Okay. I saw... Yeah, so he swivels the whole thing.
Oh, this looks close.
Yeah. Okay, so he's going to adjust the movable end on that measure, making sure he has it right up against the jack. He'll extend that end until it touches Dean's bowl. Then he'll swivel the whole thing to the right, bring it back to the jack until he's happy with his position. Oh, mate, I don't think he can tell the difference. That is awfully close. No wonder Dean had trouble.
Now we've got the marker involved. This is tense.
They haven't even chocked the jack to stop it moving, should they bump it. That would be the first thing I'd do, mate, is to chock the jack, just because both bowls are lying on the flat. So the round object being the jack is the more likely one to move, so you chock that before you start a delicate measure like this.
Dead heat, they're saying.
Yeah. Okay, 1 shot to Alex. Sorry, mate, you can't get 1.5. Right, on to Alex.
2-1 after 3 ends.
I'd say that's probably the first dead heat measure of the tournament, mate. Haven't seen any of those yet. Sorry, Robbie, what?
So Alex tried to throw a short length there, and
He knows he hasn't reached the minimum 23 metres, so he straight away said to Alan, throw it back, mate.
Sorry about that one. All part of his tactics, though.
You reckon?
Well, every time. You've got to always have a reason for the mistake.
Well, look at Dean. He's just about put it out of bounds. It just hangs on to stay in bounds.
It's all happening now.
Bit of tiredness creeping in with the boys, and that's understandable. It hasn't stopped them playing some brilliant bowls, though. This match is turning out to be everything we hoped it would. A drawn first set. One point scored each of the next 3
How
ends,
is
and
that for an opening
the
bowl?
advantage going to Alex. The momentum has slightly swung Alex's way in the last ends of the first set and the first ends of this set. And he's drawn an absolute perler to start with. Dean has played a nicely weighted bowl, but slightly under his line. So Alex will play another on the forehand.
As always.
No, he's not. He's changing his hand to backhand.
As I said there,
Okay.
Phil, all part of Alex's tactic, clearly,
Sure.
as you can see from that first bowl.
Sure, mate. Okay, so he's going to endeavour to put one behind the jack on a different line, and he hasn't quite, but he's got a second shot. With plenty of room in between for a bowl to slip between.
Brandon, yeah, if my knee recovers, mate, yes, I am playing district sides.
Slightly better line for Dean here.
Just
He's
needs to
still
hold up
under
a
it
bit more.
just a bit.
Oh, great
So
effort.
there was a slight correction there, and same weight. What does Alex play now? He's gone back to his forehand. Okay. He's played one forehand, one backhand. He's going to play another forehand.
Yeah.
Just because he can.
It was a bit of a weird choice going over to the back end there with his second bowl.
I think he meant to put one further behind.
Yeah.
So if Dean did make contact on that shot bowler his, at
Look at
least he's
this.
got a catcher there.
That's it.
Oh,
A ripper.
mate. How good is that?
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
Robbie
Dean,
just made the comment
you
there,
watch.
5 bowls.
You watch Dean whack.
Up he goes.
Missed.
Got the goal. Good effort.
So, generally speaking, you'll do that with your third bowl if necessary, so you can save your last to cut the shots down. Well, that's one way of thinking. Could be 3, you reckon? So I think Alex has played 3 very good bowls, 2 excellent bowls on the forehand. What does he do with his fourth, do you think, Luke? Does he go for cover? Try and get the backest? Because nothing's past the head, basically.
I can only you would think that really the jack can only kind of kill it off to
our right, to his left.
Yeah. So I would
maybe
imagine
he'll go for the spot.
I would think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He'll go for that as we look at the right-hand spot, which is a metre outside the centre line and past the 3 metre mark, but he's got one just behind. So Dean lines the shot up with his foot, knowing that he's probably 3 down. He's definitely 2 down, but that will go, if it gets hit, it will go out to our right as we're looking at it. And all the advantage will be Alex's if it does get hit. No, that's a big miss. It's a swing and a miss. That's wider, in fact. So Alex is... What was he conceded, mate? How many? Marker hasn't let us know. Oh, okay, thanks, mate. 5-1. 5-1 to Alex. 2 shots. I can't hear, Robbie. They're going to close the club in 10 minutes, folks. That means that we will be locked in.
Who?
The security guy is trying to tell us he's going to turn the lights off in 10 minutes' time. That is absolute insanity. Okay. Alex playing forehand. And the 5th end of a 9-end set. We've got probably 20 minutes to go, at least 20 to 25 minutes to go of this broadcast. And the security guard is just coming to tell the organiser he's going to turn all the lights out. And close the club down. Yep. What's the time, mate? Time is coming up 10 to 12. Oh, that's a beautiful bowl from Dean. Gets around the short bowl of Alex's. I hope the players are unaware of this drama unfolding in the background. Otherwise it's going to affect their bowls, and this is too important a match. It's just short of getting shot. Dean doesn't know that, so he's playing another bowl on the forehand. Nicely pointed too. Oh, he doesn't want to hit that one of Alex's. Oh, they still got it. Jake has jammed up against his back bowl, and Alan indicates to Alex that he is 1 down. So you can see it there. It's a good shot, thank you, Robbie. Gives us a very good view of what the situation with the head is. Yep, says Alex, you're right. I am down 1 in the head, but he does have a 4-shot advantage in this second set, and they've drawn the first set, so I guess he's not going to be too worried about losing 1 shot here. The momentum has certainly swung his way. Yes, Ross. Someone's going for Employee of the Month. Actually, that was sort of the attitude we struck this morning when we turned up at our expected time of 7:15, and the guard who arrived at the time said, you guys aren't due in until 8 o'clock, and wasn't actually going to let us in the building to set our gear up. So the communication has fallen down somewhere, perhaps. We did... Oh, thanks, Robbie. We did make arrangements with the tournament organisers that we would be here at 7:15 each morning, because that was the earliest they could get here. And because of the way we arranged things the night beforehand, Robbie was in here Friday night, set up all the gear, so we only had about an hour set up the next morning instead of a 2-hour setup. Saturday morning, so we were able to arrive at 7:15 and be ready for broadcast at 8:30. And that was the arrangement again for this morning. We arrived a little after 7:15, and the guard didn't really want to play ball. And he relented reluctantly and let us into the building. And the organisers arrived within a few minutes, as they said they would. But yeah, certain things to be done before a match like this, so we can bring you this live streaming. Oh, that's a handy looking bowl from Alex. Just shaves by the outside. So Dean doesn't want to be too clever here. He's got shot. He really doesn't want to disturb the head if he can help it, because it could go all upside down. So he's walking backwards on his tippy toes, having another look from a different height. What'll he do? What will he do with this bowl? Look, he's holding shot. That Jake is jammed up against his back bowl there. He's holding shot, so he doesn't want to be too cute. It's not a bad line, mate. Oh, he's going to give it away. He's going to give it away. It's exactly what he didn't want to do. He'll regret that.
Yeah, it's a bit unlucky.
Well, mate, he didn't really need to play that. I mean, there's still a few ends to go. So, Alex gets the shot, 6-1, and the second set is the pendulum has definitely swung Alex's way at the end of the first set. And he managed to halve the first set when he was looking for all money like he was going to lose it. He came right back at Dean and drew it. So, half a point for the first set, but of course, that's not really a win or a loss. Anyway, he's put his first one very short of Jack High, and Dean sees an opening and goes for it. He's played his forehand pretty well so far today. Yep. Good bowl. Good bowl. Foot or so behind the jack, or maybe over a foot behind the jack. Alex is just going to make at least a metre correction. Playing his forehand. And just played much better weight with this one. Yep. Good reply. Good answer. Well played. Just falls away from the jack, so it's still there. The shot Dean wants to play. Just trail that little jack back to his first one. Has he got? No, he's under the line. Well under the line. Alex holding shot. Plays his third on the forehand. Chases after it, a bit interested in it, and sets his own bowl out, touches the jack as it falls over. 2 shots. Dean knows he's a bit under the line, so he's sort of lost interest in that one pretty early. Does he hope for a fat wick? A thick edge, as they say. Dale's back with us, mate. Your brother was a bit cute that last end, I think.
Last end, I don't think it was the greatest shot choice I've seen, but he's got an opportunity here with his last bowl, depending on what Alex does with this one.
Alex has gone backhand. Looking to put one in amongst those bowls of Dean's, just in case Dean does get.
Smart choice, but at the same time, what happens if he rips both the bowls clean?
You'd be hoping, I guess, mate. Here we go. This is it. Oh, whack. Who's got the spot?
One down.
Alex. Better than being 2 down, I suppose, but he's running out of ends.
3 to play. Oh, we're running out of time.
What's that, mate?
They're shutting the lights off at 12 o'clock
Really?
in the whole building.
And they've...
They have exactly 5
5
minutes
minutes.
left.
And how do we pack our gear up?
What they've said is that the media team's going to have to come back tomorrow to pack it up. And they're going to kick everybody out of the club at 12 o'clock, security guards included.
Thanks for that, mate.
Mm.
Trading ceases. Patrons have got 30 minutes after the bar closes to exit the premises.
Right.
The bar is open till midnight. We're allowed to.
What if the bar's closed, mate?
The bar would have to have been closed at 11.
That's probably
Right.
why he's come and told us he hasn't given us a 30-minute warning, though. He's given us a 10-minute warning. Okay, well, there you go. As one of our viewers mentioned earlier, going for Employee of the Month. Yeah, Ross McCard. Nathan Marsden watching from Freeling in South Australia. Great bowls from both players. You're quite right, mate. I'm assuming that's South Australia rather than South America. I wouldn't be surprised we have international viewers today. We've had them from all over. Quite a few yesterday too, and it's good to see. Not a bad reply from Dean, although Alex is holding shot.
We'll be looking for a number this end, looking at 2 or 3. Only 3 ends
Well,
left,
he has
needing
to, mate.
6.
He has to, mate. We're playing the 7th end of a 9-end set, and they've drawn the first, and Alex has got a 6-shot advantage, so that means Dean has to score at least 7 shots in the next 3 ends.
Drawing the set wouldn't be the worst. Oh, that hurts. He's
Mate.
driving.
Drawing, yeah. He is too, mate. I think he's given up on this one. Whack. And that
I'd love to know how
leaves
that
over.
happens. The jack stays in.
Yep, the jack has indeed stayed in, and it's about...
That'll be 1 to clear the end.
Less, maybe just inside the metre,
Yeah.
away from the right-hand boundary of the rink, and Robbie's just going to put that
I
camera
have
down as much as we
the
can.
feeling that with that last end of the first set, bit a few shattered feelings there with that bowl
Yep.
falling out as Dean went to measure.
Yeah.
It would have been first set to Dino, except 10 seconds earlier it was to Dean.
So there you go, folks. The white one is the marker this time, as you quite rightly found out, Robbie.
He's in the
That's
ditch.
going to be in the ditch. Good line, though. Yeah, that would have been probably within a
They're
foot.
running because they're under
Yeah.
time.
So it's a pity to finish this set, folks, with the threat of closure of the club hanging over our heads. Not a lot we can do about it, of course, but the players are doing their very best to get a result before everything goes dark. Have you got any torches with you, mate? In the car, are they? Okay. We might have to use it to find our way out of the building.
Yeah, we may also have to use them for security guard. They're going to force us out. Other than that, they said all people as well have to be out of the building by 12 o'clock. Otherwise, it's force. Yeah, forcing us out.
What?
Yeah, they were extremely rude when they were
Ghetto
telling us that.
life.
Yeah.
This is a bowls club. We're playing a bowls tournament.
Yep.
Okay.
He's in the ditch again. It's game over.
Yep. I think he's lost interest in this, to be
There's a
quite
shake
honest
hands
with you.
now. That'll do.
Yeah. He's going to declare it, is he?
Yeah, he's called
Yeah,
it.
no,
Congratulations
forget
to Alex Elwell
Yeah.
going to Scotland.
Not interested, mate, to finish this game. What a way to finish. Thank you very much, ladies and gents, for being with us all day. It's been an absolute marathon of a session. So Alex picks up that one. And that means Alex Elwell of Ferny Grove will be the Australian entrant in the Scottish Open with a trip on a plane, seat on the match, a seat on the plane, a spot in the
33
match.
hours, 33-hour trip.
Oh, goodness.
4-hour stopover in Dubai.
Dale, mate, before the lights are out, I want to thank you for your help today in co-commentating, mate.
Not
It's
a
been
worry,
a pleasure.
mate. Not a worry.
And we look forward to future unions as we close our live streaming down. Thanks very much to our sponsors, Lawn Bowls to you of the Sunshine Coast, Aero Bowls in Sydney, the PBA who've arranged this match, and the Blue Pelican Motel just across the road from the club, who've provided very good rates for all the competitors and supporters. Robbie, thank you very much for your efforts this weekend, mate. It's been a massive event. Ladies and gentlemen, we look forward to having your company when we are next live on the green.
Early November, Daniel.
Which will be Wednesday for us, I guess. This coming Wednesday from Helensvale. In the meantime, thanks everybody and good night.
Thank you.